Welcome back. You're still with us on Business 360. The Supreme Court granted interim bail to Ashoka University professor Ali Khan Mahmudabad, who was arrested for a social media post on Operation Sindoor. However, the apex court termed his post as dog whistling and ordered a special investigation team to probe the matter. Ashmit Kumar joins us now with the details. Ashmit, take us through what the top court said.
Well, to begin with, Professor Mahmudabad of the Ashoka University, he made a comment post-Operation Sindoor on social media where he essentially questioned the efficacy of Operation Sindoor, questioned the impact that it was having on people living in border areas, families of the armed personnel, also questioned, in fact, brought in the question of attack on minorities. And these were questions that were part of his post, his social media post, and that's the reason why an FIR was registered. He was arrested. Now, the Supreme Court, as of today, there was a brief hearing. Kapil Sibal argued for the professor. And importantly, the Supreme Court at this point has seen it fit to grant interim relief in the form of bail. But that comes at a cost. The Supreme Court was extremely unhappy with the post that was put out in light of Operation Sindoor. In fact, the Supreme Court has said that it sees no ground for quashing or staying the investigations in any shape or form. Far from that, the Supreme Court has now has directed for an SIT to be constituted, which will in fact probe these questions that have been raised against Professor Mahmudabad. In fact, the Supreme Court also questioned the timing of it all, saying that, is this the correct time to be gaining popularity? That's the word used. In fact, the Supreme Court went on to say that this was extremely, very unfortunate that such comments were made, that the language used in this post is very specifically designed to insult, to humiliate, that this is not the time that there should be a sense of duty, especially in a professor at Ashoka University, and then going on to say that this is something that perhaps was very ill-timed given the context of it all, and that Professor Mahmudabad should have been more sensitive, should have been more kind to the other sentiments at this time. On the back of all of this, the Supreme Court seeing it fit to grant interim relief, but the investigation continues, and also the hearing in the highest court continues as well. The hearing is scheduled next week.
All right, Ashmit, thank you so much for those details. Now, moving on, the